grab your boards. Welcome all surfers to Wavy's Atlantic Ocean. Surf, 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 baby. You wanna surf on the tidal wavy? Yeah, yeah. Twerk, baby. For certain, she moving so perfect. Surf, baby. You wanna surf on the tidal wavy? Twerk, baby. I'm loving the way that you surf it.
All my niggas, they gangbang, and all these niggas do the same thing. Counting money, living insane. Steady mobbing, let my flag hang. Told them I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm throwing a monster like Randy. I know that these niggas can't stand me, but the automatic come in handy.
Yo, you already know it's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me in this Wavy's world. Salute to all the surfers, you already know it's another Surfing Nation situation, you feel me? Alright, we about to hit that wave cave. Yeah, you already know we in that good old wave cave. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, so we're gonna get straight into this good old situation. Yo, if y'all don't know, there's been allegations getting passed around in reference to Nipsey Hussle and this alleged sex tape that he supposed to have with his first baby mother by the name of Chyna and an unknown male, or at least an unknown male to us, right? So, Wack 100, you know, he been talking about that for a little minute, and for those that been rocking with the channel, you know, I don't subscribe to constantly bringing up these type of situations, especially somebody's no longer here. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, by the way, you feel me? But I will react to it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So on this clip, there's gonna be a decent length one, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it real. I'm kind of busy, but I gotta bring something to the people. So I'm not gonna do a reaction style, you know what I mean, the go stop. So I'm just gonna let it rock, all right? And in this video clip, it's an interview that really started off as the Wack 100 and Adam show. About 2 hours and some change long interview. But this right here is about a 15, 16 minute clip, something like that, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's gonna go from Wack, Adam, and then eventually, well, y'all gonna see, but the way that the actual show start off is just Adam and Wack, and eventually Luce Cannon's brother, twin brother, end up joining in. But in this clip, you're gonna see all of them, and then it's gonna get to a point where it's just gonna be Luce Cannon's brother and Wack, and they're gonna bring up this situation. So without me going too deep into it right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run it. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna make it do what it do. Alright, so after this clip, we're gonna get back to this.
I mean, shit's like I can't avoid it.
Situation that Chyna wanted me to ask you.
What's that? Chyna, she's the one in the video.
Yeah, she's the one.
What she want? What?
That, you know, she felt like you and oh boy. You know,
she talks to him.
She talks about the way you and him went about the situation.
Well, how do we go about it?
Okay, the situation I hear.
Because you know I never exposed it.
No, you haven't exposed the video, but
no, I never exposed it, period. Hassan Campbell did.
Yeah.
He recorded it, our conversation. So once a nigga, if I record your conversation, and once a nigga asks me.
The nigga from
New York.
AP. No, from Atlanta.
No, he ain't exposed it.
No, but he got the video.
It's his video. Nip gave him ownership of it on the video. Literally.
Yeah, I got the video.
It's 15 of them.
Yeah, Chyna is my blood cousin, so at the end, but
you know he gave him consent and ownership on the video.
Yeah,
you got that one?
If he have the consent, he would try to put that video out. He don't want to do that,
bro. The only reason why they ain't came out because I didn't stop him from putting them out. Yeah. Listen, in the video, you got Nip telling him, record this.
Yeah.
Send me that. Send it to me. Make sure you keep it locked in. He's giving him verbal consent.
He gave him verbal consent.
Now, to all y'all be thinking I'm out there bullshitting lying. Am I bullshitting lying?
No, you're not. But Chyna didn't give consent either.
Who?
Chyna. She didn't give consent in those videos.
That's the girl in the video?
The girl in the video. That's his baby mama. The first one.
Yeah.
And see what it was. See, when Big U came to me and wanted me to get dude to put him out, is because he said Laura London was acting funny with him. And in the videos, you could tell that these things was happening while Nip and Laura was together. So he wanted to make Chyna the first lady. He had this whole layout he was going to do called 60 Minutes. He was going to make her the first lady manager and blow her up. But I'm like, bro, I'm not finna let you put them videos out.
Extortion.
Extortion where?
This is
you talking about from where? From who?
From other guy and y'all 15%.
15% from what? What is that?
What's the name? I heard the story about.
You mean the 30%?
Yeah, the 30%.
Oh no, that's
15. And then when
I didn't go for it.
Nip died.
I didn't go for it. You talking about his contract?
When Nip died, nigga, he came and asked you for the 15%. I mean, part of your 15%, half of your 15%.
No. He got a contract. Him, Steve Lobel, and Nip.
Yeah.
The contract is the dumbest contract ever because he don't receive royalties, only publishing. So when Nip died, maybe about 40-something days, I got the text messages. He says, listen, let's make it look like you brought me out of the contract prior to, right? And then I need you and your legal team to go out to the state for the 30%. So I said, well, you was just with Nip, nigga, when he was alive. Why did you go at the 30% while he was alive? Why you gonna go after it after he died? You saying it's your little brother, right? So if you didn't go after the 30% while he was alive, why go after when he's dead?
I don't want to. I gotta actually dip.
Get your punk ass out of here.
Keep politicking this issue. This is good. Yeah.
So here's the thing. What Big U didn't understand that he knew I understood was Nip waited until the contract, the 10 years was over with before he dropped the album, right? Which when he first came to me, he said, yo, is my contract expired? I said, it's expired as of now, but Victory Lap is still in there because you don't go after the day the album dropped. You go after the day the album was negotiated and the budget was released. So when I told him that, he like, well, listen, when I sign it over to you, we make it look like, and then we bust it up. I'm like, I'm not fucking with it. Yeah, I could have went and got it, but I'm like, I'm not fucking with it. For one, me and Nip never had no problems. Nip problem with me was I was fucking with Big U. And when he realized that my issue with him wasn't Big U, it was that he didn't do that K Slay verse after I had Slay break this and spin this and do all that shit we did for him in New York. I said, I don't give a what you and Big U got going on. Slay is my plug, not Big U plug. So when I got Slay doing all this shit for you and Slay called back, say, yo, can I get that Nipsey verse for my, my mixtape or whatever? And it's, no, because you getting into it with Big U. What that got to do with Slay? Because now you got me looking crazy. That ain't 60 business. That's a Paru plug. Yeah. Big U know him through me, right? So once me and Nip talked at Platinum, we was good. So when Draws came with that, I said, bro, I'm not doing that. You do it. You need the legal team. I turn you on to the legal team. I don't want to have... Do you know what that nigga would have did if I would have went and did that? And got that, you know how he would have faked like he didn't know what was going on? I said, I'm not doing that. I wouldn't even let dude release the content at all. It been 2-3 times. What them people call that shit R&B? The black, when they was trying to buy it? The black web. Some dark shit, web. Dark web or some shit. Yeah. I wouldn't even let him do the deal. And it ain't got nothing to do with her because I don't know her, right? It ain't got nothing to do with Nipsey. I'm going to tell you, it ain't got nothing to do with Nipsey because he chose to do whatever he chose to do, but I know he got kids. And I'm gonna be real. I don't think Black Sam want to see that shit.
No. A lot of people don't want to see that video. That's the reason why,
Nigga, it's 15 of them.
Yeah,
it ain't just one.
I got all.
And it's a bunch of. You seen the text messages?
I got the videos too. Me and Chyna.
Where you get them from?
Chyna.
Also, she got them. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is that they did a lot of shit. It's their sex life. So at the end of the day,
Nigga, it's a lot on the couch shit. It's a lot of shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit had been. That's where I was a little irritated at where because Big U, he had the videos too.
He wanted them out, but see, he didn't have, he only had a partial. Let me tell you what his stronghold was. He got the recording when Nip is telling the police, if anything happened to me, Domer did it. Right? And he used that against Nip.
I know. I mean, a lot of people. Everybody is not innocent in that situation.
Yeah, he used that against Nip. So when he came to my house, that nigga came to my house in my backyard in my game room with one of my original baby gangster childhood friends that he did time with. He did a dub with him. So he said, "Man, it was such and such a I want to see him. I ain't seen him." And when he was asking me to do the things, he was getting irritated. He said, "Man, why all of a sudden you like against me and for him?" I said, "Ain't about I'm against you. It's like, bro, none of these things you wanted to do when he was alive.
Yeah.
If you would have been pursuing that 30% while he was alive and all that shit, and you just needed some help because your legal team that went bad on you, I would have assisted you. But you sat there in front of the world, pro victory lap, gave him awards. You wasn't having these conversations with him while he was alive." No. Now,
that's how y'all got into it.
Yeah, he started getting mad that I wouldn't cooperate.
That's when y'all beef started happening. That's when it's
cool. Yeah, that's what
people needed to know the reason why you and Big U wasn't cool. I knew about the whole situation.
That's how it started.
Yeah, that's how it started.
Because he felt like you supposed to press play. No, nigga, because listen, go find an interview or some shit with Nipsey saying something crazy about me.
Yeah.
Me and that nigga used to talk. He'd call me maybe once, twice a month, whatever, because he always accredited me for a lot of things me and Game did for him and then the Slay shit. So we used to, and Nips was one of them dudes that he ain't let everybody know who we really talk to. You know what I'm saying? You would never know who we with. So it's like, I'm like, bro, I ain't got no problem with him. I gave him advice. I told him no, just because the contract expired like 2018 of January. I think it started 08 of January. But Big U was under the impression because the album didn't drop until February or something, right? That he was out of contract. I said, no, that album was negotiated while you was in contract. But Big U, a lot of people don't know, and I think you know this, Big U was not that smart. He was just a magnet that people would come to him, and he had people to call around to get on it'd be 4 or 5 niggas on the phone. He ain't even talking no more to whoever is trying to get the business done. He really didn't understand the music. Bro, the nigga he had 0% royalties. All publishing. So I'm thinking, if I'm Nipsey and I know this nigga all he got is 30% publishing, when I'm doing my music, my kids getting the publishing, or my girl, or my mama, or my daddy, or even my brother. I'm telling myself, I ain't saying this to him. I said, nigga, you gonna run into a big wall, because me knowing Nip, he probably redirected that somewhere else. Because he could have assigned his publishing. He could have said, I'm in debt to these people, and it's my publish. Draws didn't get no royalty. I said, I'm looking at this shit. I said, bro, you don't got no. How you do a motherfucking deal and you don't got no royalty rate?
You got to understand, Black Sam is smart.
But yeah, I didn't know you knew that. Our beginning of our downfall was I wouldn't do certain shit.
Yeah.
When it was regarding Nip, I wouldn't do it. But I don't know. What do you do? He told Chyna that? How do you know?
Who?
How you know?
I knew about the whole situation when the situation was going down.
You was talking to him or he...
Yeah, come on. I knew about the whole situation.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Even with the videos, you know, and...
yeah, because, you know, I never let dudes send them to me. I don't want them.
Yeah, Chyna told me to holler at you about that, too. Make sure, like, the videos don't come out.
No, listen. I've been the reason why they haven't come out. And I ain't never let him send them to me. I'm like, nah, because if some shit come out,
Yeah.
We gonna know it's you.
Yeah.
And he ain't too much tripping. He told me him and Chyna didn't hollered a couple times. I guess she was working at a weed shop or some shit down in the valley or something. He went by there. I think Sam had a head shop or whatever down there. But they been in communication. But at the end of the day, you right. Nip could send his own there, but hers not.
Hers not.
But I'm gonna be real. She ain't when a female on there with her man, a baby daddy or whatever. She ain't doing nothing wrong.
No, she ain't doing nothing wrong. It wasn't that. It's just that you can't put that out and she don't get a bag for it. That's all she care about is getting a.
That's all she care about
is getting a bag.
Okay, I let him know that. I've been when them people call about that because I didn't know. I had never heard of no shit called the dark web. I'm not I don't understand a lot of that shit. I got people around me that do that. They came with a bag. They came with a bag, and then we had people in Dubai.
He told me about the bag. Big, you told me about the bag, and then he was like, "Could you get Chyna to, sign over her?"
Yeah, but I told him, listen. But see, you see how crazy that was. I told him off the rip, I'm not letting him do it. So I guess he was gonna go get some from Chyna and double back. Because it wasn't even about the money. Second set of people come out of the Middle East. They'll buy for their own entertainment. Just straight, it'll never go nowhere. It'll just be for their entertainment. I'm like, nah, bro, don't do that. Let me help you do this. Dude doing well for himself right now. Like, he only was willing to come off of it when he was struggling, but dude doing well for himself. He doing all right. That nigga driving around Bentleys and shit. Got him a nice big crib up in Malibu. So he ain't even thinking about it one way or another. And it's been a couple years since he even considered it.
Yeah, I mean, last time I heard,
but they talk though. Nigga, him and Chyna talk.
Chyna, we recently tried to, reach out to make sure that shit didn't happen. Just
he's not gonna do it. I'm telling you he ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
But now that you saying, look, Wack, if something happened, just make sure she compensated and she involved, that's easy. Because if they both in agreement, are you saying China's in agreement?
I mean, Chyna, like I manage Chyna. So at the end of the day, so it's all.
Are you saying China's in agreement?
If the bag is right, China's gonna be in agreement. But the bag gotta be right to let those videos come out.
Have you done a show with Chyna yet?
No, she wanted to do a show. She gonna be on my show in August. So
yeah, you need to do a show with her.
Yeah,
because that's what Big U wanted to do.
Yeah, she ain't. I mean,
I'm telling you, but he wanted
to go.
He wanted one of the videos to come out to put the light on it. But I wasn't. So that must have been when he doubled down on her saying, "Would you?" So he was working his end. I'd already told him no. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not fucking with that. Had nothing because I don't know Chyna. I don't know her.
Yeah.
Right. I know the other dude. I've been knowing him forever. And I know Nip. So my whole disposition was like, nah. And then I still got a few things that I haven't shot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We can shoot all that.
Yeah, so I mean, shit, hey, look, this is a great interview. I appreciate you for pulling up. We didn't got the business clear. This right here was great because now people gonna understand, like, the nigga ain't been bullshit. Because I've been telling people, bro, if I was saying anything wrong, Chyna would have been spoke out against me.
No, it was just...
Hassan Campbell said some shit like 2021, 2022. Nigga, you know how long this shit been in existence, right? So if a nigga was gonna say something, Nip had been gone a couple years already, but I'm having a conversation with him and I said something to him, he recorded it and he played it. So when niggas double back, like, Wack, did you say this? Nigga, that's me saying it already. So at that point I stood on it, right? But I still made sure it never came out.
Yeah.
All right. So there y'all saw, there y'all heard, or a combination of both. Now, this is obviously Luce Cannon's real twin brother. They look alike, sound alike, you know what I mean? Like, that's just his brother, which I've seen on a prior interview. I had to do that Street TV with Alex Alonso, I believe the host of that is. But anyway, That's when I first seen him, all right? So, judging by his demeanor and everything, and from what others are claiming him to be, he's the honest brother. You know what I mean? He's not like Luce Cannon, nothing like that, right? So, the fact that he's confirming that this video exists, I'm gonna keep it real. Of course, we still need the proof, know what I mean? But I'd be alive, I sit here and say that I'm not a little convinced that this video is in existence, or these videos, because they said like 15 of them is in existence, right? So, of course, hit that comment section. Let me know how y'all feel, because y'all might feel otherwise, right? But if this turns out to be what it is, he's saying the only issue is talking about Luce Cannon brother Jermaine, I believe, because one is Termaine. I believe Luce Cannon is Termaine and he's Jermaine. So I'm gonna just say Jermaine, and if I'm wrong, you know what I mean, y'all get where I'm going at, you know what I'm talking about? So Jermaine is just saying the only issue really is the fact that the baby mother, which happened to be his cousin, what's the odds of that, right? Happened to be his cousin, which I believe I did hear Luce Cannon mention, but happened to be his cousin, and the only issue she got is the bag gotta be right, and she gotta eat off of this. You know what I'm saying? That's how she coming. So that brings me to this. How would his brother take it? You know what I'm saying? Because his brother don't seem like the type that's gonna care about a dollar amount in reference to his brother Nipsey's legacy. You know what I mean? He been going hard for his brother. You feel me? He done got in situations behind defending his brother's name. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be an interesting one too. That's gonna be an interesting one, because it's like, how do you handle this? How do you come at the baby mother? Because that's still your brother, the mother of your brother's child. You feel me? Well, one of his kids. I believe it's only one that she did. You know what I'm saying? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I believe he only got one with her. You know what I'm saying? And you know he got, I believe, one child with Lauren London too. But once again, hit that comment section. You feel me? Let me know if I'm bugging. So with that being said, that's going to be an awkward situation, an awkward conversation. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that's wild. So the fact that this joint and the way they talking, like, it's something extra freaky, and that's how it always been spoke of. And another thing, in reference to how this got brought up, is really Hassan Campbell's fault. You know what I'm saying? It really is Hassan Campbell's fault. Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell, if y'all don't know, he's the dude that was getting violated in a inappropriate way, you know what I'm saying, while underage by Africa Bambaataa. You know what I'm saying? The whole Zulu Nation situation, you feel me? So, which, not to spin off topic, I heard something about Busta Rhymes, yo. Y'all heard something about Busta Rhymes? If y'all heard something, y'all gonna know there's something I'm talking about, especially because I'm bringing up the Zulu Nation, the whole African Bambaataa, that clique. And I know Busta used to run with them, but something was a situation, I believe 50. Yeah, y'all hit the comment section, let me know about that one. You feel me? 'Cause I only heard about it briefly, but it just made me think about it. But anyway, that's who Hassan Campbell is. He was violated by African Bambaataa. You know, this is what he's alleged. And he done told the story himself. It's not something that was just put out nowhere. Hassan Campbell have admitted this himself. So that's who he is. And apparently him and Wack was having a conversation. This came up about Nipsey Hussle and this sex tape. Hassan Campbell decided to expose it. And Wack being Wack, he's still on it, because you could hear him in the recording say it. You know what I'm saying? On the actual recording, he didn't do it in this clip, but I've heard that recording a while ago. I actually forgot about that. But yeah, so Hassan Campbell exposed it, and it forced Wack to have to stand on it and everything that came with it. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go. So now having somebody else that's close to the situation and that don't come off as a clout chaser and haven't heard nothing bad about him, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard for me, like I said, to just be like, oh, he's completely BSing, because I don't have no bias, I don't have no favoritism. I ain't, you know what I mean? Like Nipsey Hussle, he was smooth. You feel me? I rock with how son business mindset was. I didn't really listen to his music like that. I'm not gonna pump fake like I did. You know what I'm saying? But what's real was real. Y'all know how we do it here. So we got that, right? This whole thing is crazy. Oh, and what I was about to say before I bought the Hassad Campbell part, that I actually interrupted myself, which I tend to do that sometimes. What's being said is going on this tape. You know what I mean? Or these tapes with an S, you know, it's multiple, plural. You feel me? It's something that could be, depending on what lifestyle you coming from, you might look at it like borderline a part of the community. You know what I'm saying? Community action. There you go, right there. You know what I'm saying? Like he might be doing a little bit of community service. You feel what I'm saying? If you get my drift, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm trying to do this politically correct as possible. You feel me? I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm talking about? So it said it's not that, but in the same way, like it's, you know, it's real close to that edge. So I don't know what it is. Hopefully it don't drop. But right now, we're looking like the only thing that's stopping it from dropping is the fact that the baby mother, Chyna, she needs in on it. You know what I'm saying? Before y'all put that out, she needs in. It basically was being communicated. And he's the legend. He's her manager. Talking about the twin brother. He's the legend. He's Chyna's manager. So what he's saying is supposed to be solidified. So if this is solid, him using her name, which is his cousin, and he seemed like I said, he don't come off like Luce Cannon. You feel me? I don't think he appreciated White 100 cutting him off so much. Because you pay attention to the son kept clenching his jaw and all that. You feel me? I ain't pay attention and look back. You feel me? Especially when it get down to just one-on-one. You know what I mean? I watch everything because I'm like this in real life. You know what I'm saying? I done hooked the straight punch nigga's jaw and made it straight revolve around their face on some cartoon shit for clenching their jaw and giving little signs like you got tension. You know what I'm saying? So I peeped his jaw. You feel me? That I don't know if he had tension, but for me, it's like an annoyance sign. You know what I mean? But y'all know how Wack do. Wack tend to be long-winded. You feel me? But anyway, that's what it's looking like, yo. Shit real, shit crazy. Dudes be into what they into. You know what I'm saying? Nothing he did is, from what they're saying, like inappropriate with underage, nothing like that. It just supposedly like same situation with Diddy as far as the freaky side of things. I ain't talking about the other stuff that they saying Diddy did. As far as like some people just like what they like, and we may not subscribe to it. That's what it sounds like this is. It's like something that most of us might not subscribe to. But if it come out, then we'll know for sure it's true. And I'm sure that's gonna bring a whole lot of drama behind it. And I'm definitely going to be covering it and reacting to it, because at the end of the day, if somebody else put it out, it's out now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't react to it, a whole bunch of other people gonna react to it anyway. I might as well get in where I fit in. So with that being said, I believe that's all I need to cover in reference to that. But what I will say, whole video from No Jumper, the whole content they did was smooth. Like I said, it was like 2 hours and some change. So as y'all see, it's just a small part of it. It's more. They talked about Big U and Nipsey's relationship in depth. They got into a whole lot of things, and Luce Cannon brother knows a lot. So I definitely recommend, if y'all haven't seen the whole thing, you feel me? Because some of y'all probably seen it, just probably want to come over here and peep the waves, you know what I'm saying, reaction to it. But if you haven't, go ahead, hit up No Jumper, you feel me? Go check that out. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you like working or something, you know, just throw that audio on, let that time go by. You feel me? So anyway, with that, I just need y'all to understand. It's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me in this Wavy's world. Salute to all the surfers. You already know I appreciate when y'all pull up. So I'm also gonna appreciate y'all hit that like, know what I mean? Get me in that algae. Also hit the basement, the comment section, you feel me? Speak your piece, just don't be a creep. And of course, hit that sub, holla at the blood, join the Surfer Nation. We always waiting. Hit the noti, you know, that's the bell. When I drop something, it's going to yell. And of course, this last but not least, always look both ways before you cross that street, cause you might get hit.
But if the boy tall slick, I'm a